What's going on? In this video, I want to talk about Instagram hashtags again, build on the material that we talked about, and also a key detail that I missed. Let's get into it. Welcome back. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jake Diego, and on this channel, I talk about ways you can improve your Amazon business, some personal development, and lastly, share my goals with you. Now, the cool part about this video is it's not just going to be me talking. I reached out to some folks on Instagram, and they have some advice for newbies. Also, want to talk to you about this nerdy little test that I'm running, that I've been posting every day on. Yeah, and these people around me right now, this was today's post actually. And it's, again, just to play around and to learn from it. But first, I want to show you how people use hashtags and find hashtags. So let's get into the computer. All right, I don't want to leave this a mystery anymore. I reached out to After Hours Hustle and Beachfront Bargains on Instagram for some advice for newbies. This is just one of the many insights that we're going to be looking at. They actually shared some of their insights. When you want to use hashtags, let's say you're looking at reseller. It's a big hashtag. So 18 million, huge, huge. So if you have a small account, as I said in the last video, it's a problem. Whereas maybe something like Reseller Squad, 84,000 is a little bit more suitable, because if you post in something where there's a million hashtags, you're just gonna get buried. Whereas you post in something like this, you have a better chance of making your way to the top. The reason that I reached out to After Hours Hustle for the hashtag FBA seller, he actually has 3 of the top posts here. He has this one, and this one. Now that's pretty exciting, because that means when someone wants to learn about Amazon FBA, they may see that hashtag FBA seller and be drawn to this page. From there, maybe they're taking a look around here and they see that picture, that picture, that picture. Well, they're gonna find you, so it increases your discoverability. That's the point I was most trying to emphasize when I was talking about hashtags the last video, is that it increases your discoverability, more eyes are there, you can be found more. And so the idea is like, not only to use hashtags, but to also get into this top area. Because as you can see for After Hours Hustle, he's absolutely killing. These related hashtags down here, Amazon seller, retail arbitrage, those are good, because let's say that you want to find something a little bit bigger than this 52,000 post. So you go to Amazon FBA Life. Well, that's smaller. Whereas eBay Community is a little bit larger. So you can navigate a little bit looking at that, and then more so, even if the hashtag isn't the best, isn't the most trending, is large or small, you can still add it in your hashtags, because you get up to 30 hashtags. So now that you understand what a hashtag is and what a related hashtag is, we touched on him. So let's take a look at his advice. His advice to anybody new is to basically try new things, to take a look at what is your topic about. If it's about Amazon selling, look at Amazon seller. Sort through these related hashtags like we just talked about, and find out where there is that 100,000, where there is that 50,000, where there is that 500, a million type of hashtag. So the example that he gives is here for a stack of books that he might be selling. He might look up the hashtag books, FBA bookseller, side hustle, extra income. Best advice to anybody using hashtags is just take a look around, play with things, see what's popular, see what's growing. So if you aren't already following After Hours Hustle on Instagram, definitely check him out. I also reached out to Beachfront Bargains. A lot of times when I'm looking at the hashtags that I put, I oftentimes see her in the top pages too. So it was really cool for After Hours FBA and Beachfront Bargains to chat with me, because, you know, some people may say like we're competitors. We really aren't competitors, but, you know, some people might take it as such. So these guys were such great sports. And so it was really awesome to talk to her and see her advice, which, let's get into that. She says, anytime you're posting, always use hashtags. Look at those popular hashtags, then look at those top 9 spots. So as we're talking about here, those top 9 spots, because those are going to be the first thing that anybody sees. She goes a step further, and I've never even thought this, but she's also talking about how you're going to go into these hashtags, and I won't watch me Amazons right now, but you're going to look at those hashtags and then kind of see how that's working for that person or who the top posts are in that one and find related hashtags that way. And that's where you'll also be able to build it up. She also shares that you want to rinse and you want to repeat these hashtags. She's talking about same thing as terms of a 50,000 post hashtag, a 100,000 post hashtag, a million post hashtag. And then she goes into the post insights, guys. And this is where it gets super interesting because she shares the insights from one of her posts. Now, if you saw my last video, I thought it was pretty impressive that I had whatever, 2,500 or whatever from hashtags. But look at hers, 9,543 from hashtags. That's freaking amazing, guys. That's amazing, 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 amazing. So she definitely, I would definitely take her, any nuggets, any advice that she gave as good advice. And then one of the last things she says is, check out your top 9 hashtags that you post and see what kind of engagement you're getting. In combination with looking at these insights, she says, look at what's working and what's not. The hashtags will change. Thank you, Nina, or Beachfront Bargains on Instagram. She also has a YouTube page, Beachfront Bargains. So check her out there as well. And like I say, she's just a master of the hashtag game. Now, there was a key point that I totally farted on, and it's really important that you do this. And let me show you why. The Instagram post I did before I made the YouTube video Monday on hashtags, I looked at the insights and check this out. Do you notice something here down by impressions? There were no hashtag impressions. Now, do you know why that is? I use hashtags. You see them. I use it as a comment with my name, 5 dots, and then I put the hashtags. But the key point that I forgot to do was interact with those hashtags. So what you need to do, guys, is you got to go into e-commerce. You got to take a look at the things that other people are posting. And like any social situation, comment, like, save, send it, tag someone. You're engaging with that content. And then in turn, Instagram allows your hashtag to integrate with that audience. What I did from there is I had this post because Keepa just changed the average sales rank and made it a paid tool on Tuesday. And this one, look at the hashtag impressions there. I had 128 hashtag impressions. And the only difference between this third post here is what I did here is normally when you post, you want to be around so you can answer questions and stuff. And so for this one, I didn't answer any questions for the first 4 to 5 hours. I still had pretty decent hashtags there and pretty decent impressions. The reach, the discovery wasn't as high as it was in the post the day before because I didn't interact, because I didn't do things. But at the same time, the hashtag impressions was much higher. So it can be kind of a balance. Now, the cool part about this is I did my usual thing where I comment down with 5 dots below and put the hashtag. Now that gets into the point, how do you use hashtags? For me, I comment, do 5 dots, and then use the hashtag. For Nina, she does something very similar. In her comments, she makes a comment with 4 dots and puts her hashtags. And going back to After Hours Hustle, what he does is he actually puts his hashtags in the description of his post. It's cool that we're all different, but yet you still get those hashtags across. Now, I had some of the people not respond in the DMs, 2 of them, but there's another individual where he will put it in the comment without any periods. And similarly, there's another person that puts it in the description without any periods. So to recap, there is a comment with the dots and then the hashtags. There is a comment with just the hashtags. Then there is in the description, just hashtags. In the description, hashtags. And then in the description, the dots and then the hashtags. So there's really 4 different ways. There's probably even more ways, but those are the 4 main ways to do it. So far, we've talked about the nerdy little tests that I've been running, the advice from After Hours Hustle and Beachfront Bargains, which again, give them a follow. And then the ways that you can use this commenting, and also that key point that I missed about interacting with those hashtags and having that input towards it. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give me a like. And if you have any questions, please let me know below.
much.